Well, hello and welcome to the Fairfield County Farm Page. I'm Mike Lamneck along with Connie Smith.
Yeah, good to be here, Mike. Here we are.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy retirement.
Thank you.
Yeah, how's it feel?
Not very retiring.
Not very retiring, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost more of a work at home opportunity than doing the different YouTube channels and this, but it's all stuff I love doing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I get to stay home in my jammies most of the time.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's so cool because the farm page has taken on a new life.
Right.
But a different life. And so now I'm finding people who have seen one or two little snippets. They're like, gosh, how do we get involved?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Good.
How can we, it doesn't take a lot.
Right.
Which is really cool.
Well, one way you can get involved, the most important way, is to subscribe.
Yeah, just
Hit
subscribe.
that subscribe button.
Yeah.
That helps us out. It helps us get the message out. The more subscribers we have, and comment, because the more interaction you have, the more the algorithm will push your video.
And I do think as we head into 4-H season where we're selecting camp counselors, we're selecting junior fair board members, it's a good way to pigeonhole some of those youth in here at OSU Extension and get more youth interviews.
Right.
And just do a little bit of video work with them, and pretty exciting stuff. But it's meeting season at OSU Extension.
And we've got a lot to talk about with that. What do we have coming up?
Well, we have a lot of different things. Shannon Carter is doing a presentation on knowing what you grow, and it's the 13th of January. And you can give her a call at 740-653-5419. It is at the Calvary Baptist Church on Marietta Road. You can get signed up for that. Healthy Meals on a Budget, Pickerington Library. That one is coming up on Tuesday, January 14th. So lots of different things, food preservation, food, kind of trying to stretch that food dollar.
Yeah. We could all use that, right?
We could all use that right now.
Shannon Carter does such a fine job with those classes.
Yeah, and it really helps people think about, I don't know about you, but sometimes I get home and I think I don't want to cook. I'll just run to a fast food joint and get something. I've really got stuff at home I could cook.
Right.
That would be very easy and simple.
We're that close to empty nesters.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a son at home, but he's working all the time or out all the time.
Yeah.
So we cook a big pot of something, and we'll eat it like 3 or 4 nights in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're almost like, I don't want to eat that again for a while.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah.
That way nothing goes to waste, and you only have to cook it once and then just reheat it for like 3 nights. So
absolutely.
It works out good. So I'm sure she's got a lot of tips. When's that class again?
It is Tuesday, January 14th, Pickerington Library. That's the Pickerington Public Library right there on Opportunity Way. So you want to be sure and think about joining that, because it's a lot of practical education on food selection, purchasing, and preparation, and then kind of an emphasis on the household budget as well.
Okay, and coming up, Beef, Cattle, and Livestock Economic Outlook in the evening with Kenny Burdine.
Yeah, and he is quite the specialist from the University of Kentucky. A lot of folks in the beef cattle world follow him, and we're very pleased to bring him into OSU Extension here in Fairfield County. I know there's a lot of county groups around the perimeter that are going to do watch parties in their own extension offices, but we're going to host him right here, and so that'll be a good thing. January 29th, right here from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Refreshments will be served, so we're kind of excited to think about how do we support these price levels that farmers are getting for their beef cattle, and is it time to look at expansion? You just got to think about what's best for your operation and how you can handle, the upswing of the market, because all these markets are cyclical as far as grain markets, cattle markets. And you ride through the lows and the highs.
Yeah, talking to Stan many times, it's like you've seen it if you've been in the industry long enough. as you said, it's kind of cyclical. You've seen it before.
Right. We've seen it
Kinda
before. Yep.
Comes back around, and
Yeah.
hopefully you know a little better how to react to it.
Excuse me. Don't miss the class. 8 easy exercises for financial fitness at the Pickerington Public Library, 6 to 7 p.m. on February the 6th. It's a good way to think about budgeting. You know, we're past the Christmas holiday. Maybe this was a holiday you lived on credit cards to get the Christmas gift spot.
Hope not.
And I hope not, but good way to think about that.
Yeah. Again, we are covering some stuff that's going on, as we call it. 'Tis the meeting season, right?
Right.
And farm accounting workshop with Quicken, 6 to 8 p.m. Got a little time on that, February 12th.
February 12th and the 13th.
Okay.
I only went down on the calendar, the OSU Extension calendar to February 12th. All of these events, you can look at fairfield.osu.edu. That's our webpage. Take a look and you can find all the details right there, and you'll be able to learn more about all these upcoming events. If we've talked too fast or you didn't quite understand where things are happening or what's going on, just take a look at our webpage.
That's always a good place to visit there. A lot of stuff. We've covered a lot of information. So where again, Connie, can folks go to refresh their memory on what we've talked about?
Fairfield.osu.edu. That's our website. You can find everything right there. Follow us if you get the Lancaster Gazette print version, online version. We have a column in there every Friday, so you can take a look there, and a lot of these programs will be there. Or call 740-653-5419, and we can get you in the right direction.
Very good. And again, this is the Fairfield County Farm page. The new way we're doing the farm page here on YouTube. Please subscribe down below and check out for a new post, a new video each Saturday morning.
We're featuring the John Ricketts induction into the Ohio Fair Managers Hall of Fame. What a big honor. Ohio Fair Managers Convention just held recently in Columbus, Ohio. Class of 2025 had 5 participants that were nominated into the Hall of Fame. Mr. Ricketts has been deceased for approximately 10 years, and his wife Rita is still with us, and so it was a big goal of the Fairfield County Fair Board to get them inducted into the Hall of Fame for their generous support of the Fairfield County Fair. Good stuff.
So here, check out this video.
The Ohio Fair Managers is proud to announce the induction of John Ricketts into the 2025 Ohio Fair Managers Hall of Fame class. John Ricketts developed his love of agriculture on the family farm. He saw the Fairfield County Fair as an opportunity to spread that love and served as a fair board director for 53 years. He believed in agricultural innovation and recognized the fair provided an opportunity to educate the community about agriculture while sharing new farming practices. John was keenly aware of the cultural and economic significance of the fair. He advocated the addition of historic buildings on our grounds, including the doctor's office owned by his ancestor. John's final board responsibility was the speed program. His love for harness racing led his family to create and support the Ricketts Pace Race. John began his career as an FFA instructor. He wove his love of agriculture into the lives of his students through classroom instruction and summer trips. John and his wife Rita partnered to build a successful farming operation. While doing this, they encouraged their 4 children and grandchildren to be actively engaged in 4-H leadership and mentored many others who became leaders in various agriculture careers. John and Rita's combined passion and dedication to the Fairfield County Fair is exemplified by the 2013 construction of the Ricketts Family Hall, located on the fairgrounds, and the family's contribution to the 2024 purchase of both the Grand and Reserved Grand Champion market steers. John and Rita were also active in the community. John was a member of the Fairfield Soil and Water Conservation Board for 23 years. He was a Violet Township trustee for 32 years. He served on the Pickerington School Board for 12 years and was a 65-year member of the Violet Grange. John and Rita were founding members of Epiphany Lutheran Church. Rita is also a leader as the first woman mayor of Pickerington and a recipient of the Athena Leadership Award from the Pickerington Chamber. At 93, she's one of the oldest members of the Ag Society and relishes her annual trip to the fair. The Fairfield County Fair Board appreciates the selection of our longest-serving director for induction into the OFMA Hall of Fame. The Ohio Fair Managers is proud to announce the induction of John Ricketts into the 2025 Hall of Fame.
So I had my good friend Nikki Drake from Fairfield SWCD here. Big meeting coming up January the 14th. Tell us about that, Nikki.
Correct. So we are doing another drought event, January 14th, 6:30 here at the Ag Center in the evening. RSVP at our office, 740-653-8154. We have ODAs, Jared Hiddle coming in to talk about grazing management. Our illustrious Robert Hendershot, who used to work just across the hall here many years ago for NRCS state grazing specialist. He's coming with ODA to present on grazing. And then we also are bringing in Jason Jones from Quail and Pheasants Forever to talk about the warm season grasses that can be utilized that are native, that basically are good forage when the cool season grasses during the summertime are kind of slowing their growth.
Okay. So gonna really be a good meeting for livestock producers?
Correct. Anybody that has cattle that are grazing or even other animals,
Like
the focus will
sheep and-
probably be
yeah.
cattle, but it can be, Bob Hendershot is a sheep expert.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So it can be any kind of grazing animals that they're going to talk about, kind of surviving these drought conditions and
How we're gonna move forward through that.
correct, because the drought might be almost over or technically over in some areas, but we're still going to see the results and the effects of that through 2025.
Well, we
probably.
don't know that because, even though now you're having a pasture meeting, all we might see is snow,
Yeah,
but we don't know what's underneath.
correct.
We don't know what's going to happen
Yeah.
when the snow melts, when the temperatures warm up, and we hope things start to green up. I would say a lot of folks might be surprised what isn't there. I think about that big time with landscape plants.
Yeah.
Like if they went in dry and they were first or second year plants, there's a lot of things to worry about. So let's wrap this up. It's here at the Ag Center,
Yes.
the 14th of January.
Correct.
And that's a Tuesday,
Yes.
correct?
At 6:30. We also are bringing in our NRCS Farm Service Agency, and we will be there from Soil and Water to answer any questions and kind of highlight what drought assistance programs are still going on
Okay.
and what is to come, because we are
You
aware
think
of
there's
some-
going to be more down the pipeline?
Yeah, so there was a House bill that was passed for ODA to receive $10 million.
Okay.
And they're going to funnel that through soil and water conservation districts
Okay.
to farmers that are having issues with the drought, but we do not know any parameters yet. So we're
Okay.
still waiting on that. Stay tuned on that. And as soon as we learn, maybe by Tuesday, I don't know. But
So let me ask you this question, Nikki. I'm like, if I'm Joe Q farmer and I've never gotten involved in a government program, or I've never gotten involved, I've never believed the old adage, we're from the government and we're here to help. It's time for me to get involved. If I was
Sure.
hauling water to livestock, if I had to buy additional hay resources, all those things,
yeah.
why do I want to get involved?
I would say if somebody hasn't been involved before, and maybe we always hear when deadlines have passed, I didn't know anything about that and I just learned about it.
Right.
So, follow social media. We have a website,
Right.
we have Facebook, we try to share out. We do a newsletter, but we're not doing a paper newsletter as often as we used to
Yeah,
because
sure.
it's just not.
It's not current.
Follow our Facebook page. If you don't have a Facebook page, follow our website occasionally just to
Okay.
see what's going on. But I would suggest to anybody out there who's looking for drought assistance right now, come to our meeting. But obviously, maybe a good place to start is Farm Service Agency,
Okay.
because right now they're hosting and doing a lot of those programs. And if it's something that isn't theirs, they know where to
Well, and don't you
send
think
people to learn more.
tis meeting season?
Yes.
So outside of keeping your livestock fed and watered and cared for, spend a little time coming to 831 College Avenue.
Yeah,
In
get to know us.
Get to know us, because we can help.
Right.
And we want to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of times it's not our programming, it's NRCS or FSA, but we typically end up being the boots on the ground for them doing the engineering practices so we know a lot about the programs. If we don't, we'll send you to somebody USDA partner wise and
get to where you need to go.
Right.
We'll make those roads happen for you. My special guest, Nikki Drake, Fairfield SWCD, another edition of the Farm Page. Viewing this on YouTube, subscribe and share. Thank you.
Hello, folks. I'm Fairfield County Commissioner Steve Davis, and I'm here today with Fairfield County Engineer Jeremiah Up, and we're standing where the new salt barn is under construction. I think it's missing everything but a top right now. Just over the way, there's a whole bunch of salt getting ready for winter. How you doing, Jeremiah?
I'm doing great, Commissioner. Thank you.
You a little cold out here?
It's chilly today. December day. Yep.
This will be the shortest video on history of record. Why did we build a salt barn, and how does that help the county residents?
Well, we have a hard time storing enough salt to keep us in supply for the entire winter. It makes it harder for us to be able to get out there and serve all the areas that we need to serve. It makes it harder for us to try to support the townships with their work when we have emergencies. So we'll be able to put all the salt that we need for an entire winter in this complex right here. We'll have it on hand before the winter even starts. It'll be ready to go. That'll allow us to get out there, serve our areas a lot quicker, more efficiently, and be able to support the townships in those endeavors also.
All right, I got two more questions and we're gonna get out of here. Level 1 snow emergency, you wake up in the morning, you're thinking about heading off to work. What should a driver be thinking about if they're heading off on county roads this winter?
Level 1 emergency, a driver should be thinking about being extremely careful. Don't be in a hurry. Obviously, if we're in a level 1, there's a lot of problems on the road. We've got snow or ice or possibly even both to some degree. And the guys out there plowing snow, I mean, they're doing their job. They're working. A lot of times they're in here on overtime, times when they don't want to be. They were in here the last 2 Christmases on Christmas Day working. Think about what those guys are doing and what they're going through. Give them a little bit of room. Give them a little bit of a break. They're just trying to help everybody out.
Get out there and do it.
All right, we appreciate your support.
As always, happy to be your county commissioner.
Thanks, folks.